last episode...
Oh fuck, it's him. Oh, that's a cool... Oh!
I know!
My wiki potion!
So they set off back down the trail, once more ahead in the direction of their goal with hopes high, and only the intermittent doubt crossing their minds.
Now, you're all caught up and ready to watch this episode! Before that, I'm gonna give the usual disclaimers. You know the drill at this point. If you haven't played the first game, go play it, link in the description. Hear the constant warnings for this game, which you'll see right now. And if there are mic difficulties, sorry! Now, back to the episode!
On and on they walk, following the twisting path over rock and underhill. Underhill? Alright, until just as the sun has hit its peak in the sky, they approach a crossroads. And smack at the center of this crossroads, they see a figure. Oh, it is Gidget!
Yeah!
The figure is unmoving, simply standing in the middle of the path. And even as they near, he remains still. In fact, they get all the way within a few yards of the figure with still no sign of movement. They come to a halt. Stand there. The figure stands there, just staring in the general direction, but making no sign that he's noticed them. Ignatius looks to his companions, who simply shoo him forward. Yeah, you got this, dude. He takes a step with a wince.
Hello?
No response. Nothing but that same far-off stare. Ignatius shifts from one foot to the other. Looks back. Receives nothing but a shrug from his companions. A united shrug. They are very in sync now, apparently.
Apparently.
Tries again.
Hello?
The figure gives a sudden start. What? Who's there? Shit, it sounds too female. Ah! Who's there? I'll do this, whatever, it works. Ignatius takes a startled step backwards.
We're, just passing through is all. But the sight of you standing in the road was so strange, we thought we should...
He trails off with a little wave of his arms. He's not entirely sure how to finish his remarks, so he leaves it be. The blonde gentleman looks at him for a moment, eyes dilating. Then seems to realize something. You! You are the one my father sent with the jewel, yes?
Father?
Daddy?
Die!
Ignatius's hands go instinctively to the jewel inside his robe. Wait, then doesn't that make you...
The prince?
You two are quite quick-witted, aren't you?
Whoa, wait just a minute here. Are all of us just going to ignore the fact that Gidget is...
Is what, Iggy?
I believe with our pallid oh my god, I hate you! What the fuck does that say? Compatriot?
A pallid compatriot, yes.
I believe what our pallid compatriot is trying to say is... man. And a rather handsome one at that.
And what's wrong with that, huh? We can be whoever we want to be, can't we? I mean, sure, I guess. I just thought it would be fun, is all. Besides, I always make guy characters when I play games. I just like it better. You don't have a problem with it, do you, Iggy?
Me? No, of course I don't. You look very dapper.
The prince narrows his eyes in intense scrutiny, studying Ignatius from head to foot. British came back, apparently. Yes, you don't look dependable at all.
Bitch.
It's a good thing I came. Now give it here!
Give what here?
The jewel, of course! Someone like you would never be able to reach the sacred altar. But I will ensure my father's will is done. The prince reaches forward. Ignatius takes another hairy step backwards, clutching at his robe.
This is my quest. Your father gave it to me, and I'm going to complete it. That was a little too...
Yes, well, my father didn't know what a hapless fool you were. Now give me the jewel! Now do I be nice to myself? Yeah, I'm not giving it to you. Wait. You could get your own jewel from Jewel Land.
Jewel Land.
You know you have Scotland and Greenland? There's a Jewel Land somewhere.
Steven
Look
Universe.
Yeah! Go to a TV. Run into it. I'm sure it'll work.
Don't do that, kids. Don't do this at home.
Kids shouldn't be watching this. Anyway, don't give him the jewel. Ignatius stomps his foot on the ground. Where? I'm not giving you the jewel.
I'm not giving you the jewel.
I'm not giving you any jewel.
It's my jewel. it.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
It's called a jewel. I'm sorry.
If you want this jewel, you'll have to take it from me. I will return it to the sacred altar.
Very well. You're apparently as naive as you are inept. The prince unsheathes his saber, long and thin, and points at Ignatius' throat. I shall turn my gain down, is what I should do. I shall take it from your cold dead corpse!
Yay!
It was the right choice. The gain song will never happen again, because I know when to turn my gain down now. My gain should be lower when the scene happens, but I'm not gonna turn it down, cause it's already at 20%. And if I turned it down at all, you wouldn't hear me. So I should leave it the way it is.
What the fuck
And
is this song?
It was the worst fucking song I've ever heard in my life.
I'm contemplating my gain. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, I was listening to like a good amount of that. I got back way quicker than you thought I did, I think.
Okay. This is enough to spur both of Ignatius's companions into action.
Ignatius?
Genzo's sword comes out. A quick arc of it, sending the tip of the prince's saber to the side with a clang. And Orlum is behind the prince with nigh invisible celerity. His dagger going to the prince's throat. The prince attempts to jerk away, prompting Orlum to press his blade tighter against his skin.
Go on, try me. I've always dreamed of committing regicide.
Wouldn't that count if you just killed your dad? Or yourself? Same. You're regal too. You could have just done it to anyone. There's a lot of options. You're bottom of the list, right? So there are other siblings. Just kill them. He had a lot of ways to do this prior to this moment, dude. Like, it's like...
But like, it'd be a little obvious if he like killed his own family. So killing someone else.
I guess. Like, just say it was like the nearest peasant. Like, she did it. That one. Yeah, the one like knitting and like nowhere near us. Yeah, she did it. She took her
It was
sewing
that
needles
guy.
and she went like wah wah wah, stabbed it into her throat and now dead. That's how it happened.
Me when I lie.
Orlin pushes his face into the back of the prince's neck. Please don't do that. The prince scowls. My father will have your head. He so much lay a scratch on me. That was not at all aggressive, but I had trouble reading it, so it's fine. Genzo brings his own sword up at this, directing it at the prince's chest. Yeah, well, I'll have your guts regardless if you even think about touching our cleric.
Guys! Fuck.
We're all
just
struggling.
calm down, okay? Let's perhaps not resort straight to violence?
That's what we're good at! We're so good at this! Don't stop my princely murder spree! Alright, it's fine. Why did just the complaint arc?
The complaint!
Gent stops his feet and crosses his arms indignantly. Ignatius looks the prince up and down.
Maybe, Prince...
Gant.
Right, Prince Skent can simply join us? Then he'd still be able to ensure I complete my quest successfully.
At this, the weapons finally fall. The four of them looking between each other with furtive glances of uncertainty. Join forces? What on earth makes you think I would do such a thing? I don't know. Make us 3 against 1, bud.
And I doubt Sweet Kingy would appreciate his son's head delivered to him via express courier. I hope I said that right. Okay, maybe we stop threatening the prince, considering I don't want to be arrested for treason. Treason would be the least scandalous thing I've done time for.
Okay, Orlum. Be right back, purging my brain of what you just said, thanks. Stop talking about me like I'm not here!
Please smile at him. I'm begging
I
you.
was about to say, it's about to like, hello, join me on our journey. Like, it's gonna be like, I'm Milan, and I'm gonna raise my hand at you so you can come with me, traveler. That actually weirdly works. Alright. Someone with an endearing smile. Ignatius can see that the prince might require more convincing. And what better way to prove his sincerity than with an award-winning smile that he can definitely do and definitely has in his brain hobby drawer. And so when he wakes up in the morning, he looks in the mirror and smiles to make all the bad thoughts go away.
Oh.
Summoning every ounce of charm he can muster, which is very little. He cocks his head to the side with a smile that might as well be made of sugar. Hey, he did a thing! He rolled a d20. Yay!
Won't you please help us?
The prince looks at him a moment, then takes a step backwards with a start. He brings a hand to his mouth with a flustered cough. I, suppose I could find it in my heart to lend you my aid. Momentarily, at least. He straightens, coughs again, smooths down an errant lock of hair. Yes. I think this arrangement would mutually benefit both of our parties. So, I shall accompany you. I can only hope my sword will prove a worthy asset.
I'd be happy to evaluate its worth.
I wasn't talking to you! Also, Orlum, shut up! Despite the prince's awkward demeanor, Ignatius considers his trial of persuasion a success.
He got riz.
He got riz! And though the anxiety may still plague his belly, he feels something new has joined it. Confidence. That's rare. That's very rare.
That is very rare.
Confidence in his... Oh, okay, not in himself. Confidence in his newfound companions. Perhaps he'll be able to complete his almost a conquest. Be able to complete his quest after all. And so, the newly formed quartet starts anew. Back on track and headed in the direction of a sacred altar. Will their combined forces prove enough to deliver it safely and restore its light? The answer lies shrouded in mystery. I'm surprised no one hasn't rolled the D20 wrong yet. I almost just said D something, but I feel like that could be taken out of context, so I just didn't say that.
Oh no.
Lake!
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
a
I probably
lake!
peeked. The companions walk and walk. And look at some rocks. Punny. Or not pun, rhyming. And walk and walk. But can they talk the talk? That we will find out in the newest episode of Our Fantastic Wonderland. So the sacred altar is very far. Okay. Are there more obstacles? No? Okay. Days pass. Weeks pass. Months pass. Okay, it's starting to feel a bit ridiculous. It can't possibly be that far. And why was one of those scenes in the middle of the fucking ocean?
This is starting to seem a bit excessive. And glaringly convenient, too. You don't even have to come up with narration for all these many moons of travel. You and all my characters talk at once. You guys got beef with how my award-winning author husband is writing the story. Oh, it's this!
He won an award? Award-winning? What award did he win?
Say braids out. My heart, of course.
Everyone's gotta be a critic. Here I thought I was doing all of you a favor by skipping over the boring parts.
Well, maybe they wouldn't be boring if you'd actually made them interesting.
For once, I agree with Freckle Nuts over here. You try writing a complete story in less than a month.
I think you're doing great, babe.
Maybe you can just have us run to the next obstacle? That usually provides an opportunity for for motorcycles.
Whoa!
That usually provides an opportunity for character-driven conflict. We're going with that take. It's fine. I'm so good at talking. We're great at this. Look at how great I am. Anyway. Fine. You run to the next obstacle. It's, a giant eye. I don't know. I don't even fucking care.
I love him so much.
That was fun to read. It just expands. The group suddenly runs into a new obstacle. It's a giant eye, sitting right in the middle of the bridge they need to cross. No one knows how it got there. It's just there. The four of them stare up at the eye in wonderment. I'm sorry. It It's just there. It just boom. I love Carrot's writing.
Carrot's writing is fucking awesome.
It's so fun. What are we looking at, folks? I can practically hear the collective dick shriveling. Dicks. I can practically hear the collective dick shriveling taking place in your pants right now. That works.
It's
Giant eyeball. Concerning. Can we avoid it?
considering its girth currently occupying the full width of the bridge, I would say no.
Girth.
Girth.
Yeah. Yeah, figured as much, but thought I'd ask. The prince puffs up his chest and takes an only slightly hesitant step forward. You there! Creature! I know not your motive for blocking the path right now, but I must ask that you relocate yourself at once! You cannot park here! There is no parking pass!
There's no parking here! You can't be here!
You will get a $250 fine! I will fine you and your wife!
My father is the CEO of Tesla!
He is Elon Musk, and I will find you! We must cross this bridge, an important business for the king! I was weirdly in the correct voice for that, by doing the... There's no response from the eye. The prince turns around in search of answers from his companions. He's never been ignored in his life. So sad. But receives nothing but a series of shrugs. He takes another step forward. Only for a sudden rubble to overtake the bridge, here comes a tongue, I'm assuming. Sending its precarious flags to a flurry of undulating tremors. Ignatius' stomach flips. Flops, and rapidly building nausea. I did not say twemmas, did I? I didn't say it. I didn't say it, right?
No, but twemmas.
Good. The world didn't hear me say twemmas. Good. Ignatius' stomach flips, flops, and rapidly building nausea. And his feet. He can't keep his feet centered in the middle of the bridge. Uh-oh. Already you can feel his balance starting to give. And he's tilting towards the edge. Genzo! Sorry.
Go ahead.
Wait, Genzo can't see. However, this will go well. Pulling what little remaining strength he can put to his wobbling legs. He aims himself at Genzo without thinking, and jumps. Holy fucking hell!
Shit!
Genzo takes a startled step backwards, but brings his arms up around him all the same. Ignatius latches himself onto the halfling's stocky frame like a terrified snake, burying his face to the side of Genzo's neck. I wish there was a CG, but there aren't CGs. Well, there were earlier.
Kinda.
He doesn't open his eyes until the clouds finally begin to subside. And the surface of the bridge stills beneath their feet. Genzo is silent. Still. A bead of sweat dribbles down his temple. Across his temple. Templing. Finally, he coughs. Gives Ignatius an encouraging squeeze. You okay there, Iggs?
No.
Oh. Well, fuck. Ignatius takes a moment to recover, opening first one eye, then the next. Then, realizing we'll start where he is. He leaps back.
Sorry. I lost my balance.
It's fine! That was, quite the rumble. Orlum looks over at this, curling an arm around Genzo's shoulder with a playful tug.
Quite the rumble down below as well, I might imagine.
Oh boy, YouTube's not gonna like this video, are they?
Woohoo!
Get off me! He jerks away with a huff. Though Ignatius doesn't miss the tinge of pink on his cheeks, which sends an uncomfortable flush through his own. He's not, however, given time to dwell on it. He should. This should be a thing. This should happen. Make it happen. I will make it happen. Anyway.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh my.
If you gentlemen are done messing around, we've got ourselves a new problem over here. All eyes turn back to the front, to where the giant pupil of the eyes roll over to face them. And is now staring at them curiously. Ignatius feels a shiver curl up his spine. Fortunately, the prince once again takes the lead. He steps forward, clears his throat. If you are, indeed, sentient, then I ask that you heed our request and allow us passage. We have urgent business to complete on the other side of this bridge. The eye looks from Prince to Ignatius to Genzo, then Orlum in turn. It turns its massive, watery pupil back to the prince.
Answer me these questions 3. Then safe passage I shall decree.
I shall decree.
Oh! It talks?
That was so growly. Rah.
Impressive, given its lack of an oral cavity.
You can't just say mouth like a normal person. The prince shushes them with a wave of his hand. Very well then, ask us your questions. Okay. People of the eye shudders, dilates. Then a booming voice that sends the planks beneath their feet trembling.
Oh, booming? Oh god, how the fuck do I read this?
I took HTML, man. I don't know this.
Pain and suffering.
In the function random number brackets variation base number 2 equals 2. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow. If you were to call the variable base number outside the function, I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. What would be the output to the console?
What the fuck kind of question is that, Hanar?
Isn't it usually some kind of riddle or something?
All I have is this JavaScript for Dummies book, so sue me!
I think it's a swell tactic. Riddles are so last decade. We're going to die.
Gidget might know. Wait, he codes for a living! Dude, you know this, right? Oh wait, he codes websites. He's an HTML nerd. No! He and I suffer the same code! The prince pauses for a moment in confusion. Then straightens. Smiles. Child's play. The answer is...
Undefined.
How did you...
Correct.
Two coding geniuses, aka people who code in real life, and why do you code in a fantasy world? What computers do you use? Wait, I just realized. Do they code reality in a fantasy world? Like, yes, I want for this spell to work, I will type in C equals MC squared. That's
actually a really cool idea, honestly.
The prince glares at Ignatius, who, for once, is looking quite proud of himself. quite proud of himself. Not proud. We use ours here. You think you're pretty smart then, do you?
I may know a thing or two from time to time.
Next question. When using array when using array length on variation list of pets, dog, cat, bird, sparrow, what would be the output of a list of pets length?
4!
Correct.
Now it's Ignatius' turn to glare. The prince just smiles. Not so fast on the uptake, are you, cleric? That sounded really woman, but it's fine.
I was distracted for a moment, because you yelled into my fucking ear.
A typical excuse. Do you have any idea what the hell's going on?
Not a clue.
Good. Well, that's not just me.
Next question.
Ignatius and the prince both brace themselves.
Which HTTP verb would a developer use to request an update to a product's details from a server?
But! Was that in sync at all?
I think it was, yeah.
Correct.
I hope that sounded good, because I just kind of fucking yelled.
The two of them grin at each other, eyes aflame with passion.
Congratulations. I don't have any more questions.
With another shudder, the eyes rolls off the
I
side
was
of the
like,
bridge. Oh, it just full on
fuck
dies.
right
Oh, damn. It disappears into the water, far, far below, without so much as a splash. That was quite possibly the weirdest fucking thing I've ever experienced. The prince turns to Ignatius, lips still curled into a smile. I suppose you're not as incompetent as I originally made you for, cleric. My opinion of you has risen! No, I'll say you're not half bad yourself. I'm a good person.
Yeah.
You're not half bad yourself. Ignatius is having a hard time taking his own grin.
You're not half bad yourself. Maybe between the two of us, we'll be able to finish this thing.
No, Genzo's mine. Genzo's my choice forever. The prince laughs. Indeed. I do believe our chances have just increased. The two clasp hands in moments of triumph and camaraderie. that could rival even the most famous of shonen anime.
Whoa!
Hell yeah! They're
Hell
also
yeah.
weebs!
Wee!
We did it!
Woo!
What are we then? The peanut gallery?
We may have just been relegated to the role of comic relief. Which suits you, but...
It suits you, yeah, but Genzo's mine.
But it seems we're out of time for this episode. Who will they meet next? Where will they go next? Find out next episode of Our Fantastic Wonderland! If you liked it, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time! Bye-bye!